TRG is the acronym for the Racers Group. We started the company back in 1992 out of my garage in Monterey, California. I gotta tell you that winning this year could very well be probably the most or one of the most significant wins for me ever, because I'm still just, I don't know what the right word is, bitter, angry, upset, you know, crying over last year's victory slipped from our hands over a stupid mistake. You know, the preparation required to run even just a single car at the 24 Hours of Daytona is like no other race, because you have so many things you have to prepare for. And it's not just the car, it's the staff and all of the what ifs. And just imagine, you know you're going into battle and you know you're going to get wounded, and you need to know how you're going to do a field dressing or a triage, and you're going to survive and you're not going to bleed to death. And I mean, those things are all going to happen, and how do you do it and what do you do? And you know, I think if there's ever a weakness in your organization, if there's a weakness in your equipment, it's going to expose itself at Daytona, so there's nowhere to hide.
I mean, it's tough, especially in hours 16 to 24. Your body just starts shutting down, and your adrenaline, you're counting on your adrenaline and outside stimulus to try to get you back up again. It's this great big monster that we try to just put it in a ball, and that's what I sit here most of the time at my desk, just trying to organize that ball and getting everybody kind of what they need when they need it. No, I stay up the whole time. I wouldn't be able to sleep, and if I did, it wouldn't be comfortable. I stay up the whole time with the rest of the team. It's kind of what I like to do. There are times when you really kind of regret it, but for the most part, you'll get a bolt of adrenaline anytime your car's doing well or has a problem and you got to come back to life and that type of thing. So when I think about who are we worrying about, I mean, yeah, absolutely, the 01. There's 5 other cars that are consistently good though too, that we're going to have to beat to win this thing. But it'll be interesting to see how it all ends up for sure. There's no other series in the world that you can do the highest level of it and compete like Grand Am. You can't do it in F1, you can't do it in ALMS, LMS, Europe. How am I going to beat the Peugeot and the Audis? Even if I had $20 million budget, how am I going to, I'm not going to beat their $400 or $400 million budget. It's not possible. This category can take me to a major series at the top level and win, and have opportunity to win races.
What's Michael Shank do if racing doesn't, if it's not part of his life?
I have no idea. I honestly have no idea. Well, I'm super excited about it. We have 3 cars here. The first time we've ever attempted to run 3 cars. We have diverse drivers. We have 11 total drivers. We have drivers from IndyCar, from NASCAR, from sports car. And if you look at it across the board, they all have their specialties. But I think one thing for sure is they all have experience in endurance racing and what sprint racing, which is really what this turned into. And I'm super excited to get these people back in our cars. And here, first day of running, it's always a little bit stressful until we get up and going, but so far so good. We've got 22 guys here working at the 3-day test, mechanics and engineers. I'm going to have 42 at the race, so I'm not sleeping much. For this year, I have Michael McDowell and Justin Wilson, 2 really good drivers, and then I have AJ, who snuck in here.
Am I not that good? Is that what we're going with? We got 2 guys and then me?
I don't know.
Yeah,
so, I'm back here with Michael Shank Racing. This is my 3rd time with the team, and trying to go after that elusive first victory here at the 24 Hours.
Yeah, it's myself and Justin Wilson and Michael McDowell. I've known them, both of them a long time. Michael McDowell and I actually used to race go-karts together. And obviously, like I said, Justin and I are teammates back in Champ Car days. So it's just, I feel like this will be my first year just doing it with 3 drivers. And I feel like to have more test laps, to come here to the event itself, and to be able to have more time in the car, it's more of a rhythm. So I told Shank that I only wanted 3 guys. I wanted 3 strong guys, and hopefully we're kind of that combination.
but if we could somehow use fourth gear, even if Brian did a changeover on the gearbox, we could always go in and look. It saves 1,300 shifts. And it's the #1 mechanical stress of everything on the track is the fork to third downshift.
We can do it.
Get you in the car a couple more times though, and I promise you, each time you get in, it'll be better, and then it'll turn, all of a sudden it'll turn from, oh my God, to, okay, I can do this. Good, good, good. Dominic, great job. Very good. Very proud of you. Yep. Very good. Pretty big deal for us. We just took the front row at Daytona, first and second, qualified on the pole. You know, I tickled pink. The guys, a great crew, great job. You know, all week we have 2 different cars too. We got an 09 Rolex and a 2011 Rolex running that close to each other. Just everybody, all 5 cars. Everybody drove well, qualified well. I'm really proud to be the team leader right now. It's pretty cool.
It doesn't affect anything. It's not important. But it's good for the ego. It's good to be on the top of the spot, it's good to be in a newspaper, and it's good for the ego and for the motivation of the whole team.
It's good, but the race is so important here. To win here, it's the greatest, you know. One time I won, now I want to win a second time. Okay, let's win.
Unfortunately, we're having one of those days that weren't the best we've had. You know, our cars aren't quite as good as we were at the 3-day test. So now all the, now the engineers are talking to the drivers, trying to get them better and figure out how we're going to make these cars manageable for 24 hours. So we'll get to the bottom of it. But right now, it's just a bit of a letdown. We just thought we were a little bit quicker than this. Well, starting position doesn't matter at all, but what does matter is a comfortable race car, that one that they can deal with and manage for 24 hours and put in positions that shouldn't be sometimes and recover from them. And right now we're probably, we're 6 out of 10 right now on the scale, so we need to find some gains tonight. I know it's tough. I mean, our 6 car here is 3.5 tenths off pole and it's 8. So, that part's a bit of a disappointment because, again, we feel like we're definitely better than that. But across the board, the 23 car, I just thought actually did a great job. I mean, these guys have never done this before, and for Martin to run a 40-70, that's impressive actually. So that's all going fairly well, and we'll continue to try to make it better. But we got a long race, and everyone keeps saying we got a long race, and we know we got a long race. But we'd like to make them a little bit better.
I'm A.J. Allmendinger, driving for Mike Shank Racing, Continental Tire number 6, also sponsored by the PVA. So we're here just having a good time, hanging out. Figured while we're here we might jump in a Daytona prototype and try to race a car for 24 hours.
Your head's so big the hat might fit in the picture.
I don't like your attitude. AJ's just taking up all the space, that's why. His name's so long. Yeah. Signature's shorter than yours. It's true.
There you go, young lady. Thank you. How's it going? Nice white track. Here, that's all the German I know. I can count to 10 in German. I can count to 10 in German, that's it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. That's it. The extent of my German. You're learning a lot today. This is like an old-fashioned off-road race. Something. It's an endurance race. You got to go. You're in the car for hours at a time, but you've got 24. So with this deal in a NASCAR, it's almost like a sprint race. You got to drive the thing, and especially in a Camping World truck race, you got to go hard from the start.
Dario, you dropped something back there. Is that yours?
don't know, dude. It's tough call. Keep going tight, man. I don't want you to hurt yourself. You're worth too much money.
Yeah, breaking my heart.
We have 5 great cars. We got a great group of guys. Guys, we can win this and accomplish whatever goals you guys came here for. Honestly, if we don't, probably gonna be something that we did.
We had a right rear tire. We cut a right rear tire. We didn't have communication with AJ, so we didn't know what happened. We just knew something was wrong, so he came in, pulled him out of the car, and put Justin in, so we could at least. We knew there was a problem with Justin's helmet or with AJ's helmet. We got Justin in. We can talk to him now. We made another tire pressure adjustment, so we're a lap down. We should get that back here on this yellow and try to get him back in front again.
It was actually kind of a mixed bag. The car is running good, but there's a couple things about it that have changed that I'm not really happy with. One of the things is we ripped off the front splitter somehow, so there's a lot of understeer and the kink and coming out of the bus stop. The car is actually able to do pretty good times despite some of the issues, and that's encouraging.
The one piece of advice I got when I first came here is you gotta pretend that every single car out there is trying to kill you. And that kind of paranoid attitude will hopefully help you. It won't guarantee you won't crash, but you know, it's the hardest thing.
Right now, the scoring pylon shows us 1, 2, 3, and that's just an epic part. It might not last for very long, but you know, I'll take every single second of it. It's just so happy for all these guys. They've worked hard for 9 hours now, 8, 9 hours. And try not to get too excited, but this moment is real special. We had a really good pit stop on the 60 car that leapfrogged 3 guys. Then a couple other cars pitted, so we moved up. And it'll last, although it won't last real long, but it's cool to see.
Currently, I think about 5th in the standings. It's just gone midnight, so hopefully we can keep there and you know, get back in the lead where we were a few laps earlier. So you know, it's just how the pit stop cycle through. Just try and make the most of it.
Right now it's a yo-yo. Cars are reasonable, not excellent, but very good. We're just hanging in there. We're putting the laps down. We're making the cookies. I mean, 4th, 5th, and 9th. The 60 car unfortunately got a cut tire. We went 2 laps down. We got one of those laps back. He's in P9 right now, 1 lap down, but we think we can get that back
too. We're still running fast. We actually have lost our clutch though. We lost it at about 2:30, 3 o'clock this morning. So the guys are doing this right now without having a clutch. They're doing a great job. Everybody's saying how, you know, that they're still getting clean shifts in, which is a big deal to keep the drivetrain moving. So we're fast, we're in second. We just got to get one more guy to get.
You know, I asked him, I said, how long is it going to take to fix? And he said, 20 laps or so. It's like everybody's just dejected, and so, you know, it's a last-minute decision as the guys are pushing the car back. It's like, guys, you know what? Get the driver back in the car, get out there and drive the car, try to drive it with no clutch, and we'll see what we can do. Look, if we're going to fix it, it takes 20 laps. If we take it out there and we break it, it's going to take 20 laps. Drive it till it breaks. Otherwise, we're out of this deal.
Well, I don't know exactly what time it is, but I think we got about an hour and a half left in the 24-hour here, so it's about 2 o'clock, and it's been a long 24 hours. We've had a lot of ups and downs. We led a lot of this race. All 3 of us got a chance to lead, you know, during our stints, and the car has been a handful the whole time, but the crew's done a good job to keep us out front, and strategies worked out really well. But then there, when Justin was in the car, we had a tie rod come loose and went a couple laps down. I think we're still 2 down right now, running 7th. Gonna need a couple cautions to get those laps back, but you're just to the stage now where you're just winding down, trying to get this thing finished. And you know, 5 hours ago we still had hopes we could win it. Now those are pretty slim without a lot of luck, but it's been a fun race, and yeah, it's just how the 24-hour is. There's only one winner, and you know, today it doesn't look like it's us, but we had a good time, and it's a lot of work. Pretty tired right now.
I don't know where to start or end, to be honest with you. I mean, we got to be happy, but I feel like we left a lot on the table. I think we were better than we actually showed. And, you know, Martin Brundle almost pulled it out of the hat there. He was almost P2 on that restart, and that would have been just absolutely mega. But we'll take this, be happy. Just super pleased with how the team worked and rebounded so many times throughout the night. We were 1-2-3 with 15 hours to go, which is the coolest thing in the world. We led a bunch of laps with all the cars. And listen, you know, I got to be nothing but pleased.
I don't know if anything could be sweeter than your 4th Rolex 24 victory.
Yeah, I'm sorry, was there a question?
Your 4th Rolex 24 victory, could it be sweeter?
Yeah, you know, right up to the end, nervous. We got robbed from us last year right at the end, a few hours from the end, so I didn't want to do a thing until they crossed the start-finish line. Fantastic job by the team, everybody. What great teamwork. And to think this car gave out a clutch, we were thinking about taking it to the garage and repairing it at about the 12-hour mark. We said, no, we're either going to win or we're going to break. We were kind of saying it tongue-in-cheek, but that sure was what the deal was.
All right, there's your winning GT team. MG49.
definitely a little bit off on setup. You know, everybody felt like we made it better, at least from when we started the race, but ultimately, yeah, it was a lot of work. I don't know, was it easy for you guys? No, it wasn't easy.
Yeah, that wasn't easy.
You know, we had a few problems, but you know, I guess we should be proud that it completed the laps that it did. You know, we'd like to run better for Mike and for the drivers. We just didn't quite have the handling down on the car. I'm still learning about this Dallara, so maybe Mike will invite me back next year to do it again. I'd like to get the same group of guys together and you know, try to beat the big boys one more time.
Actually, yeah, we had a lot go wrong. This was by no means a clean run, and we had a good group of guys that were able to deal with all the problems that came our way, which really helped us get to where we are right now. But once the clutch went, it kind of changed our mentality. It was more of a, you know, we survived probably the worst thing that we can imagine.
We couldn't do what we do without having all these guys do their job. You know, we were a monster 5-car operation, and you know, the way we even make it work financially is very much you know, cross-utilization of the assets and the personnel and everything. So it's important. Hey, buddy.
Thank you for the appreciation. That was a true moment. I got it on film. He loves us, and we are worth something now.
Thanks, Mike.
That was awesome.